as I drive up here in the Chicago traffic, and I'm just thinking about something. I have done a lot of traveling in my, the little short time I have been here on this planet. And you will talk about the racial disparities here in the United States, you did. But I've been to places where you think racism bad here in the United States. It is worse, it's 10 times worse in Latin America. Like, let's take Brazil. Even though Brazil is not a Spanish-speaking country, it's a Portuguese-speaking country. But we're gonna dive into Brazil. And Anthony Holloman he made a good point. Austin Holloman, he made a good point when he was talking about how racist Brazil is. Brazil is racist as fuck. Yes, if you're a passport bro, it's a beautiful place, but they racist as fuck down there. And while we say it's racist as fuck, they try to hide themselves as this racial utopia where everybody is equal, but that's a goddamn lie. And a lot of them Latin countries are like that. Especially like down in South of Colombia and places like that. And I'm gonna show you how fucked up. A couple of days ago, I was talking to a Venezuelan guy, truck driver. And I was talking about the first indigenous American president in Venezuela, the first indigenous president in the Western Hemisphere, right? So I said, yeah, he was doing good things for the country. Dude said he a socialist and he shouldn't even be in, he said he an Indio and all that shit. So I'm like, he called him an Indio, and Indio, that's a racist term for indigenous people. Now, when you go to Brazil, you have all the Afro-Brazilians living in object poverty. Object poverty. They work all your bottom level jobs and shit. Like, you'll see very few Afro-Brazilians in places doing what you call high-value jobs. Very, very few. But majority of Afro-Brazilians and indigenous Brazilians doing bullshit-ass labor jobs. There's no representation there in Brazil of Afro-Black Brazilian representation. In order for you to get representation, you gotta leave the motherfucking states. I mean, you gotta leave motherfucking Brazil. Like, for instance, there was this model, I forgot her name. Her name is Vanessa Francesca. She was a Victoria's Secret model. She was from Brazil. Man, she was bad, sexy. So I listened to her whole story, and she was always told to bleach her skin, do this to herself, and almost like another sister that I found a very beautiful, attractive woman, Marilyn Negra. And Marilyn Negra and this sister have a lot in common because they're from Latin countries. They have high levels of colorism and high levels of racism. Come on, dude, you can get over. Come on, I'm letting you over. I'm letting you over from the jump shit. But they have high levels of colorism and racism, in these fucking places. So when I went down there, like I've been down there twice, to Sao Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, and I went down there to what city is that? Well, the city I've been to, El Salvador. And most of your when I go to Brazil, I want to go around the people. Like when I went to Colombia, I said I want to go where all my people were, where all the black people were. And dude took me to where all the black people were, and all the black people living in abject poverty, but the people were beautiful. The women were gorgeous. I mean, I seen some of the most drop-dead gorgeous women, that I ever seen, man. I mean, in this place, they was just drop-dead gorgeous. And you know, I said I was gonna go back there, never got a chance to go back there. And it's been 2 years since I've been back there. But I met some of the sweetest people you can ever meet. Down to earth people, loving people. And these black people living in abject poverty. They discriminated against, all kind of shit, killed on the regular. And I imagine that's how a lot of these Afro-Latino people in these Latin countries live in abject poverty. You know? So when I got back to the United States, yes, I know our circumstance is different. But when I got back to the United States, I looked at, damn, at least we got representation. We in movies, we got cars, you got multi-billion dollar black corporations running shit. That's why I said, man, if anything black men that get resources and money need to do, we need to go marry black Afro-Brazilians and Afro-Colombian women in them countries. And not only, I'm telling you, we can create something there, man. You know, you don't have to, hey, if the black American women don't want to deal with you, they want to divest this world, fuck it. The sisters down there will appreciate you. They will appreciate you. Especially brothers that got their shit together. But I just thought I'd talk about this, man. Y'all have a good evening, afternoon.